receives it with the back. Right there to stop him, and that will be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today.
And the quarterback and sacked at the 12.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, but we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Punt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Lewis wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Already toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peppers. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And
job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking deep. And they're not on the same page there.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Let's take a wide view for a second of Kansas State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Spits it out to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Toure. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are scrambling on first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This offense is firing all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed
did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This should be the last play of the quarter. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll leave it with him. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. To the ground, he's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little bit further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that
of screen plays. You really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Finds his big tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Right on the money. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Gets the back moving. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on him today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's running.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. They are way down, and they'll try to cut into it by getting this onside kick. Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lewis to throw. Steps away to find some room. Throws into the middle of the field. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got the back in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He gets a hand on it. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Makes a connection. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lewis wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Hatchett. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. QB draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're working that left side. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Looking down the middle. Looking to get it in.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. You got to make sure they're sound in protection. They had one blocked earlier. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that thing down a little further.
I honestly don't know, bro. I guess he got mad because he got down early.
Touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. A rather ill-advised move that leaves his team in the hole. He's out of bounds at his own 4. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's going to take off. He's got it outright. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He wants to change this route. Lewis to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Ferguson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
On first and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. Sticks it in his belt. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Ole Miss. We'll parachute back into your game, fellas, if anything changes in this heavyweight battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's caught. It's Bobby. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They just keep firing. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Cornhusker. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
Turning it on! Nice move, creates... Oh, it just keeps moving! The 20. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Finds his man. It's Vaughn. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
Throws to the back. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Makes the catch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quickly out to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down. Just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here. They get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run the sneak for it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Here we go. Right. Blue 85. Blue 85. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Lewis wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hatchett. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. No reason reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. And he's still running after the move. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They came in here wanting to prove that they ought to be the higher-ranked team, and this passing attack has done the trick if they can finish the deal.
Reese, I think they were a little bit angry. I think they felt disrespected being the lower-ranked team coming into this one. And, David, it's been pedal to the metal through the air, aggressive, taking shots.
And you've got to love that. I love that. They pedal to the floor, aggressive. What we do best is throw the football. This is why we're a top 5 ranked team. And by the way, climbing up the charts now with this big.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Vaughn. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on 2nd down. Dances away. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. As we watch this game, guys, I got the feeling that's what a top 5 clash is supposed to look like. And it might not be the last time we see these two square off.
No, and these are the fun ones to watch, man. Two great teams, both of them fighting to be #1 type seeds in the college football playoff. Great squads. Somebody had to lose, but more importantly, that's a big feather in your cap. That's a top 5 win. That's a resume-building win for this squad, Jesse, that they'll take with the committee, and they'll take momentum down the stretch of the season.
This team has to celebrate this victory for now. But we might get a chance to see this matchup again. These two teams, to me, are good. They're going to have an opportunity, I think, to reach the college football playoff. Kind of reminds me of what we saw recently with Oregon and Ohio State. Oregon getting the win in the regular season. Ohio State then blowing them out in the college football playoff at the Rose Bowl. This might not be the last time this season we see these two great teams.